Hello, so today I'm going to show you how you can refactor your Gatsby project to make sure that one part of your UI will persist throughout your whole website. As you can see here, if I press play, this latest episode will start playing. But if I move to a different route, then this component up here will update and you're going to have to start again, and it starts from the beginning. Which on this case, it's not ideal. Obviously, if you start listening to the episode, you just want to navigate the website and want to keep playing the audio. So let's go into our VS Code. And I have the SoundCloud iframe inside my header. So obviously, every time we move to a different route, this iframe is going to be called again, or this header component is going to be called again. Luckily, Gatsby browser API allows you to add a component or add some code there that will persist throughout your website. So let's open Gatsby browser, and actually I'm going to just grab this bit here and I'm going to cut that, and then here I'm going to use wrap root element to make sure that my component is going to persist throughout the website. So the first thing we have to do, we have to import React. Or we're going to require React because we're going to use JSX. And I'm just going to paste here what I've copied from the header. Now, we also have to pass the element, otherwise nothing else is going to show on the page other than this iframe. I can even show you. As you can see, only the iframe is shown because we haven't added that element. So we just need to add another div here. Let's do a bit of tidying up. This needs to be a div. And then down here, just put the element. Let's save that. And now if you go into the website, we will see that everything stays the same with one exception. If you start playing the episode, and I can even just move it up so you can see a little bit better. Now, if I navigate the website and go to home or contact or any other route, this component here or this element here will persist throughout our whole website. Now, if we go into the Gatsby browser API documentation, we can scroll all the way down where we can find the wrap root element, and we can see this bit in the documentation, which means that if you are trying to set up some persistent UI element, you should actually use the wrap page element instead of using the wrap root element. So let's do that now and see a few things that we have to do, or a few things that we have to change to make our website look exactly as it is now. So the first thing that we have to do, we have to require the layout component. Now we have to change this into page element, and this div will become layout, and then the rest can stay exactly the same. You can also pass props here. If you don't add a props element here, then props will just be passed to the layout as normal. Let's save that, and let me show you what I mean when I say that we have to do a bit of refactoring. We have to do some tidy up. So now something weird happened, right? We have our layout, but then we also have another layout here and another footer here. The reason why this happens is because we are wrapping this page element with our layout, but on every single page, we also are using the layout component. So let's go into the index page. And as you can see, I am using the layout here. So let's remove that. And we can just leave it as a fragment. Let's go into our website. Now this looks a little bit better. We don't have that second layout. So we only have one footer, one header. Obviously, if we go to a different page, for example, the about, episodes, it will happen again. So we have to do this tidy up on every single page that we have. But you probably noticed there's a huge problem here, is that the component, it's actually being added here instead of expanding the whole page. Now, the reason why that happens, and this is my case, it's because our layout component, I am using the style that comes with Gatsby. So this style here, it's just something that I reused from the Gatsby starter site, because I think this looks quite good and it seems to be a good way to keep everything sort of spaced out and looking good on the page. So we can do two things. We can either remove this bit from the layout and include it on our page, or we can just go this component and just try to make it so it will take all of this space. Now, in my case, I think the easiest way for me to deal with this and not having to set the rule for the layout or the style for the layout in a different way would just be to change the SoundCloud rule. You can see that I'm using a fixed position, so then I can just make sure that it goes to the left side. There you go. And I can just show you that it's actually doing its thing and nothing really changes. Obviously, I just changed the style, so nothing should really affect. Now, I have to do the same thing for all the other pages, but I hope that this helps you to understand a little bit better how to make your UI elements persist throughout your website. Let me know what you think and have a good day.